Hello everyone, welcome back to Clement Consultancy YouTube channel. And today's episode we're going to share about how can you double up your savings using the SAYE concept, which is called Save As You Earn concept. So without further ado, let's go dig in. Alright, so we want to know what is called how do we increase savings using BUC, building under construction, and how do we explore Save As You Earn method to gain more capital. Alright. Yeah, so as usual, I'm also going to throw in a case study. So this investor of mine purchased a 635 square feet Park Star in 2019 at 1655 PSF. Alright, so this property, take note, this property is actually BUC, building under construction, and there is no CPF usage. So the recommended here is to sell after 3 years time. Okay, yeah. So you can see from here, this is where it was initially launched. Developer price is almost horizontal. That means they don't really do a much markup on all the pricing. So this is the period where we purchased in June 2009. That is the round market rate. Okay. Subsequently, we sold off in April 2002 above market rate. So this dot. So that time the market rate was actually close to 2,000, but we managed to achieve more than $2,200, which is 10% slightly above the market rate. Okay. So over here, sell after 3 years, right? The capital gain is $347,000. Let's look at the details. Okay, so over here, $347,000 after close to 3 years of holding period. Alright, so purchased at 1655 and sold off at 2201. So subsequently, apart from all this, right, apart from the capital gain of $347,000, we actually employ this concept called Save As You Earn scheme, which is called SAYE. So how does SAYE works over here? So we understand that this purchase price is actually 1050 at the point of time in 2009. Of course, the client has to have this 5% and 15% plus stamp duty as a booking fee. But because of this property as a building under construction, right, we actually goes through several stages of construction. And as the stages beef up, right, that is where the monthly installment goes up as well. So let's look at it how SAYE actually works over here. So after selling 3 years, right, my client actually reached upon stage 6 where their monthly installment is estimated close to $1,280. Okay, but the forced savings saved over here is this much. Okay, remember if you view at my previous episode, right, every monthly installment consists of principal income, which I call the savings, and the monthly interest, which is actually paid off to the bank as a collateral because you leverage on the bank to borrow a sum of money. Okay, so over here, right, you can see that as the client progressively pay this payment, right, these are actually called forced savings. The monthly principal that he pay every month to the bank, part of it goes to clear off the principal, which in real estate we call it forced savings if you refer to my previous episode. Okay, so how does SAYE works over here? So when stage 1, there's actually approximately 9 months after launch, stage 2, which hovers around 6 months after stage 1, stage 3, around 3 or 6 months, and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are the construction phases in Singapore property, for property under building under construction, we call BUC in short. And what is the total savings he saved? See, so for this type, client actually saved $88 for a period of 9 months, which amounted to $793, and so on and so forth. So when we add this together, right, this gives us a total amount of $14,743.25 in 3 years time. And I'd like to emphasize here, this is called forced savings, because as you actually pay off this property, right, every month you are paying off principal amount to offset this property. And this is actually on top of the $347,000 capital gain that my client made over here in the property. Okay, so I like to also stress over here that some of my clients also employ this concept SAYE, and these are the testimonials given by them. So this client tell me that their current payment is around 1238. Then they also say that, yeah, currently using cash, because I actually tell them not to use so much cash. So client use cash so that their CPF OA act as a safe buffer and safety net. So this safety net concept I'm going to cover in the next 2 or 3 episodes. Okay, so to stay tuned to my YouTube channel. So this client of mine actually make a forced savings of $1,238 per month. Real estate is the only instrument that allows you to do a forced savings. Okay, because if you have to save your salary into the bank or anything, right, you probably that's very convenient for you to take out money as and when you like. But property on the contrary, right, is a forced savings, as discussed in my previous episode, why property is a forced savings. Okay, another client of mine actually used cash And his CPF also act as a buffer and safety net. Even though the bank interest increase, right, the principal for saving is higher too. Okay, yeah. So over here, so I will actually mention rates might probably drop next year. So this client might actually do a forced savings of $1,600 per month. And of course, another client of mine also use this one. Yeah, you can see that during stage 2, right, they only pay a very minimum sum of 851.06. Okay, and this property is almost reaching 3 years already. That is the time where they can actually pass the 3-year seller stamp duty and start to sell off in the market. And this is the period where time that please hold on to the property for a little while and we try to sell off upon TOP. Please do not rush to sell it off before TOP because there's actually capital appreciation in the property already. I just want it to materialize and to actually further beef up the capital gains along the way. Okay, so yeah, so conclusion, this is the amount of money gained after forced savings for a period of 3 years before we actually sell off in the market. Not forgetting the principal 347,000 capital gain that my client did just now. So I like to do a conclusion over here. So only those that own property are able to leverage on the SAYE concept and force save 5 digit in 3 years period. So a lot of people was telling me, Clement, I don't have money to buy property, etc. You know, I'm not a hard saver. I don't know what's the concept of saving. My recommendation is actually to put your money into the property where you actually force yourself to save every single month. And at the point of purchase, right, you actually take back all the principal installment that you have paid over the banks to the banks over the period of certain years. In this case, a period of at least 3 years to clear the seller stamp duty. Alright, so that's the end of my topic. If you find my topic interesting, please like and share and follow my channel. And do PM me if you have any other inquiries. And I see you soon in my next episode. Take care.